Hello and welcome back, friends. This is Keck with Builderall, your information products training and support specialist. Welcome to today's live broadcast, and thanks for being a part of the Facebook group also. Want to encourage y'all to go ahead and ask and try to answer questions in the Facebook group. I saw this happening yesterday where a member of the group was answering somebody else's question, and that is fantastic. That's the best way to learn. So shout out to Kurt. Good job, man. Thanks for helping out. So again, this is Keck with Builderall. Welcome aboard. We are going to continue talking today about our game-changing tool. That's right, the Cheetah Funnel Builder. So grab yourself a cup of joe or whatever it is that makes you go, and let's do this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put myself in the corner here, and we're going to go back into our Cheetah Funnel Builder. Enter. All right, and I'm going to delete this one because I just want to start with a fresh slate here again. So we will call this test once again. And as far as the theme, this time I'm going to go with the white theme. It's a very basic white background theme, and say create funnel. Okay, and again, it brings us to this button here. We press on it to start. And I'm going to kind of take us back to where we were yesterday with the same funnel. And remember, you've got all these options here. You can build it page at a time under the page banner here. You can go to the blueprints banner here and find all the different blueprints. We were looking at one in the membership information products section. I believe we were looking at the Tripwire members funnel. So let's go back there. Hopefully this is looking familiar from yesterday. So here it is, and we talked yesterday about the themes and how you can edit and change the themes in the Cheetah editor once you save and generate the site. Okay, and I believe once you change and generate the site, you're not going to be able to change the theme any further. At this point, they may change that. I think the theme part is still kind of a little bit of a work in progress. But at any rate, let's talk today about what else we can do from the funnel builder. So if we click on this, we know that that's going to activate the red X where we can delete it. Okay. If we right click on it, then it's going to bring up the options and things we can work on the page. So let's work through a couple of these right now. The page, the name we'll leave is fine. We are going to make that our home page, the squeeze page. Not going to worry about the previewing the theme and choosing another theme. We talked about that yesterday, okay? So what we are going to talk about is the first thing in the list here, which is pop-ups. Okay, so the exit pop-up is activated when the user tries to leave the page, okay? So why would we want to do that? Well, let me just go to a website, for example, to show you an example. And this is one of my web pages here. This is information product I sell, the audio review to help people pass the Florida real estate exam. Now, watch what happens if I take the cursor up or down out of the window. Boom, there's the pop-up. So when the cursor goes up or down out of the window, as if, hey, this person's leaving my site now, and we say, no, pop-up. We want to give one last opportunity to make them see what it is we want them to see while they're visiting our page. And in this case, it's going to be we want to get their email. Okay, we want to get their email address. What I'm offering in this case is listen to a free sample. Have a listen to chapter 15 and see if this might work for you. Okay, so that is what a pop-up, the whole idea of the pop-up. So it's a great thing to have. It's so easy to build and deploy that it's silly not to have to use them more, really. So let's add a pop-up here, and there it is. I press the button and it just adds this pop-up here. Now let's see if we click on the pop-up itself. Okay, let me click off it for a second and close this. So if we left click on it, nothing, just like everything else. But if we right click on it, that brings up this work menu over here. Okay, here you can choose whether a pop-up will be a generic with only text and a button, or if it will be one with a form. When selecting the page type, extra settings will appear. Okay, so like the one I had, I just showed you had a form, and that's probably usually what you want to do with a pop-up is have a form. So let's use that one. And then it's going to ask us to load lists. Okay, they're talking about your lists you've already created in Mailing Boss. So I'm going to press load lists. So it will load them, and it's right below my picture there, you see it loading. Okay, it's all loaded, so now I'm going to look, and we have a drop down now after it's loaded, and the drop down, you get to select which list to connect it to. So for this one, I'll just say this list, just for example purposes. Okay, and let's see, this list. All right. Okay, now there is no save button right here on this, so when you do that, you're going to want to go ahead and press save. So that's the way you're going to save your pop-up there. Okay, and of course you're going to edit your pop-up, the specifics of it, in the Cheetah editor after your blueprint and everything is finished. Okay, so that's the pop-up. I really encourage you guys to use pop-ups, especially on the main page that you're trying to capture. You know, the first page you're driving leads to your bridge page where you want them to opt in, where you're trying to get their email address. Definitely use an exit pop-up because it gives you one more chance. If they don't go for it, it gives you another chance to get that information and start that relationship. Alrighty, another thing we'll look at here is the form. This is, I'll just point this out to you because we kind of did the same thing with the exit pop-up. With this squeeze page, again, yesterday we talked about how now the system knows that if you drop a squeeze page, you're going to need a form, and it drops you that form box, just like these checkout boxes also. Okay, so but on the form itself, just keep in mind, we can right click there. We can edit the name of the form. Here I might want to put just a little abbreviation. Does it make sense? Okay, squeeze page opt in. Okay, that's just kind of more for my information. And then here, again, you can do the same thing. You can load your lists and then hit the drop down and choose the list, or you can just from right here create a new Mailing Boss list. And man, that is so cool that we can do this for right here. Because, you know, it can get a little cumbersome when you're back and forth from this program or this app to that app. But now you can just go ahead and create a brand new list right there on the fly within our game-changing Cheetah Funnel Builder. Okay, so that I just wanted to point that out to you. And notice how the name is right here on it, the name of the form. Both the opt-in form and the exit form, you have or exit pop-up, you have the ability to connect to your Mailing Boss lists there. All right, let's move on and talk about, back to the squeeze page, we right click, we talked about the pop-ups. Now let's talk about a split test. What is this split test business? Well, a split test, let me go ahead and press the button. Okay, and the pages, it's squeeze page 1 here, okay, and I'm going to say, did I add already? Let's see. Yes, I did hit the button already. So after you hit the button, if you click on the item, like I did here, you'll see now there's 2 of them. Okay, there's one. They're kind of right together with each other. So that's what tells you you've got a split page. Now, the idea with the A/B split testing or any kind of split test is you're taking your main information, okay, and you're making 2 variations of it. And you're gonna change small things in them, like the headline, okay, or the subheadline, or the call to action, whatever it is, just a subtle change. And you only want to change one thing at a time, because what we're trying to determine is which of these 2 pages is converting better. By converting, we're meaning the the visitor is taking whatever action we're asking them to take on that page. So which one's doing a better job of that? And then it's a process of continually testing and tweaking. And that's the process that this whole digital marketing game is all about. Everything we do is about deploying and then continually testing and tweaking and improving. Because nobody knows what works until we start trying. because everybody's product is a little different. People may be targeting different markets, different segments of markets. So it's all about the testing. So that's what this split testing feature gives us the ability to do, to split test different pages. Now here it's going to say view data of split test. So I'm going to click that just to show you what's going on here. I'll read. It says, attention, if a new site will be generated, the split test data of the Cheetah funnel builder will be reset. Okay, so if we're generating a new site, it's going to be reset new data, because in Cheetah funnel builder only the data from the last site is maintained. However, you will still be able to access the data of each split test within Cheetah builder through the dashboard of each site. Okay, so keep that in mind, and when we have data, we'll be able to look at page, hits, converted, and we'll have some kind of graphical representation of that. Okay, also, we can manipulate that from the dashboard of each site. So keep that in mind. Okay, so split tests. Now you may want to split test other pages too. You may want to split test your VSL, your video sales letter page. You may want to split test your one-time offer page and your downsell page. So again, the idea is if you split tested all of the page, you would get to, finally get the ultimate, converting funnel for each page. Often we just start with the entry page, the squeeze page, but just realize it doesn't do you any good to do a split test on a page if you're not actually going to change and continually tweak. But just know this option is available, and it is not unheard of to split test several, if not all of the pages. But you got to start somewhere. So if you're going to start somewhere, start at the front with your squeeze page, because that's where you begin with your customer relationship. Okay, let's move on to the next thing in the line besides split testing, and that is tags. And boy howdy, I can't believe I just said boy howdy. Shelly's rubbing off on me. And boy howdy, is this cool to have right here on the funnel builder. So let's read this. You can add tags to your pages to better identify users and manipulate them in your lists automatically. Okay, you're not manipulating your users, okay? You're just changing which lists they are and being able to change, tell what actions they've taken, okay? Example, a tag for the user who only entered your page and another tag for a user who spent 20 minutes watching your webinar. So tagging is so cool and it's so powerful. It's kind of like the split testing, a tweaking thing, but really even better because you're getting to capture data. You're getting to capture and see who has landed on my squeeze page. So let's do that. Let's add a tag there for our, that's on the video sales letter page, which is okay. I was going to add a tag there too. But let's go over here to the squeeze page, the front page here, and let's right click and let's add a tag here also. Okay, and we'll put that right there. And we have one on our video sales letter. Okay, and let's put a tag on the checkout page as well. Okay, where did that go? Did that work? Let's see, checkout page. No, squeeze page. I'm stuck on the other one, so I'm adding a bunch of tags over here that I don't need. So I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to get. Sometimes I get click happy, okay, but it's better than being click sad. Trust me. So, all right, so back to the tag. So let's go here to the checkout page, and we're going to add, and you can see up top here, this is what was messing me up, squeeze page. So that's what page this is working on now. You want to close that, right click on your new page, and then you're going to be checkout page. Okay, so I'm going to add a tag on the checkout page, and I'm going to put that, I guess, down here, and I'm going to add a tag to close that, click into the one-time offer page, add tag. So now I have a tag here. Okay, and let's see the downsell page. Why not? Let's add a tag there. Also, add. Okay. So the reason now, why in the world would you want to have all these tags? Let me tell you why. So as we're in this game of testing, creating, deploying, testing, and tweaking, would it be helpful to know how many people actually landed on your squeeze page? Yes. Okay. Would it be helpful to know how many people went on to the video sales letter then, and how many people landed on this page? Yes, it would. Would it be helpful to know who stayed on that page for 11 minutes, which means maybe they actually watched your 9-minute video? That would be very helpful, because then you know who has watched the video. You could even put a tag on here for people that only spent 1 minute on there, and then you could send them an email that said, hey, I saw you started watching our video sales letter, but something pulled you away, and you start on from there. But having the data and know who has been where is invaluable. Say you have people that have come to your checkout page, okay, and you're not sure if they have purchased yet. You can always also drop a tag on your thank you page. So your thank you page, that would be our offer wall page over here. Okay, so we can see if somebody comes to the checkout page, but they don't end up on the thank you page, they probably haven't bought. Now we can address that in our Super Checkout app with an abandoned cart message, but we can also give it a tag so we know how many people are landing on the page, and then how many people have gone to the thank you, how many people that didn't actually make it through the checkout. Same thing with the one-time offer. The downsell page, it's good to know who and how many when you really get into looking at the data and tweaking it, because that's, again, the name of the game. So I love these tags, and they're super easy to set up and put here. You can get fancy with them. Let's try to get fancy with one here. So let's say we have a tag dropped on people that go to the offer wall page, which is in essence our thank you page where they find their product. Okay, and let's go ahead here and add a tag. Add a tag, okay, and there it is. Accidentally added to, no worries. Okay, so this tag here, I'm going to right click on it, and this tag I'm going to say, call this thank you page. Thank you page. Okay, a little abbreviation there for me. And now I want to create a new list. Okay, and this is going to be the list of buyers. Okay, so this is a buyers list. Copy, paste. Okay, I got to fill in some more stuff here, which I'm not going to worry about right now. But the idea is, okay, drop down here, okay, and we'll say we've got that new list, and down here we can configure the tag. Okay, so we can decide when they're going to get the tag. We're just going to say 1 second. Okay, as soon as they get on the page. Tag action. Okay, so now on the tag action, what we're going to do here is we are going to start a new campaign. Let's see, I think we can only do one or the other. Let's remove another tag. Okay, and we're going to remove the tag that says, which tag are we removing? We're removing this tag here, whatever we named that. So I have to go back and see that. That was squeeze page. So I'll just put squeeze page. Okay, we're just pretending that's what I named it. Okay, and save automation. Please put the tag name. It wants the real tag name. All right, let's go. There is no satisfying the system. Let's go here and see. I just called that one tag. All right, well, that should be easy enough. So now let's go back over here, and that was tag. Save. Okay. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Hopefully this makes sense. So somebody comes into the squeeze page, they sign up for your list, and right away, they're going to maybe start your first campaign, and we'll get into that tomorrow. We'll add some email automation to this. Okay, so the people come to your squeeze page, they get your form, and they opt into your list. In this list, you're going to have an email sequence, and the sequence is going to be geared towards getting them to buy whatever it is this funnel's selling, right? Right. So the reason we drop a tag on the offer wall, which is the thank you page, because we know once they've hit this page, they have bought the product. So now this tag is going to remove this tag, so they'll be out of this buyer sequence. And you know what? We're going to add another tag there that is going to say, it's going to initiate a new sequence. So this one, when we go in, we can, as far as the tag action, we can have it start a new campaign, which is a new email sequence. So now we're thanking them, we're building the relationship and keeping in touch with them and providing them whatever kind of value we can in our content to cultivate that relationship and hopefully sell them our next thing. So hopefully that makes sense to you. So there's all kinds of cool things you can do with tags. And speaking of that, let me just go back in it here. You can do nothing. You can move the lead from one list to another. You can copy the lead over to a new list. You can remove another tag or start a campaign, which is an email campaign. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with tags, and it's just really limited by your imagination and what kind of data you think would be good to capture and what kind of automations you want to set in place. Because the idea here is when we get all of this set up and done, it's all automated. The people come in and they're going to give us their email. If not, automatically that pop-up is going to come in to remind them, hey, give me your email. It's all automatic, right? And then after they hit submit on either of these forms, they're going to be directed immediately to the video sales letter, okay? And when they go through and buy, we're going to have tags so we know were they here. We can ask how long they spent here and so on with the checkout page. So I love this tagging stuff. It's great information to have and to automate your systems. And that's what it's all about, is automation. Okay, I think this is as far as we'll go for today, friends. We'll wrap it up tomorrow. We'll get into the emails and the capabilities to add email sequences and campaigns and edit those. Those you actually can edit right here from the funnel, from the blueprint page, whereas with the Cheetah edits, you have to go to the actual Cheetah website. So the email, so it's really cool how they've integrated this Cheetah funnel builder with the Mailing Boss system, so you can create and edit those emails right here on the system, and tomorrow we'll go over that. All right, friends. Well, I hope you enjoyed this and you learned something about tags and got more excited about this game-changing tool, the Cheetah Funnel Builder. And I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Until then, let's build it with Builderall. Ciao for now, friends. Bye.